Hey, Mark McKenzie here talking about professional employer organizations and specifically cost containment. So MasterCard used to have a saying, maybe they still do, I don't know. There's some things in life money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Well, in business, there's some things you can control. For everything else, there's a PEO. So what do I mean by that? Let's take a look at this illustration about variable costs. So obviously the biggest expense every business is going to have is going to be their payroll expense, their people, right? How much are they paying their people? And more importantly, what type of production are you getting out of your people? And so when you're talking about payroll and people and productivity, it comes down to how you're able to attract quality employees into your organization, how are you able to get the most out of them when they're there, and how are you able to retain them from going to one of maybe your other competitors. And so that's certainly a variable cost, especially when it comes to turnover and the impact that that has on the employees that are left behind and their productivity and certainly profit. This next one you're looking at, benefits. Obviously, medical insurance benefits is a growing expense for small businesses, 401k, and certainly ancillary benefits. So things like dental and vision and life and disability insurance. So that whole benefit package is a variable expense. State unemployment insurance, variable expense. Workers' compensation insurance, variable expense. Again, depending on the industry you're in, this could be a fairly massive expense or it could be a nothing, but it's a variable expense. And then this last bubble, non-operational expenses. So this is things like if one of your employees wanted to sue you, or maybe a government agency wanted to fine you. This is kind of that wild card of variable expenses that nobody ever really plans on, but it's still out there, and obviously it's a variable expense. So here's the thing with all these expenses. For small businesses, they're at a competitive disadvantage to contain these costs. They don't have the economies of scale, they don't have the buying power that larger companies do. They just don't. They don't have those resources. So small businesses have a couple options. Either they can arbitrarily go out and hire a couple thousand employees to give them those economies of scale and buying power, or they could partner with a PEO. And what a PEO is going to do is to provide, again, those economies of scale and buying power and the insulation around all those variable costs, providing better stability and predictability moving forward for your people, your benefits, your unemployment insurance, workers' compensation insurance, and certainly that non-operational expense bubble right there. So hope this was helpful. Thanks.